Hello guys, Marcio Barbosa here. Just want to do this video about King of the Table, the after match. Wow, unbelievable card. I know it was only 3 matches, but those matches were amazing. Um, More amazing the final match, the main event. But let's start with Pavlo versus Sabine Badulescu. Wow, what a great comeback from Sabine. Um, Pavlo seems to be he looked really strong, but I think he put a lot of weight at the last month, for this event. And I just sometimes all that weight that you put it on, I say by experience, it doesn't apply. Like you strong for 1 or 2 matches, then it's over. Like your endurance, you don't have endurance. You just only have power for a little bit, and that's it. But he Pavlo shows that he can hang with the elite. I mean, I think he's elite already. He's really unbelievably strong. He's a powerhouse for sure. And I was amazing to see him weighing at 263 pounds. I'm like, whoa. Used to see him at 230, 235. So, big dude. So, congratulations to Sabine Badulescu. Great performance, great comeback. The second match, legend versus legend. Denis Plenkov, the return of the cyborg versus the Gold Jumpers Inc. Dennis, I mean, the other video, I don't know if you guys saw it. Please, if you haven't seen it, look at my other video previous before this one. I said, I know Dennis. I mean, he probably have a clue about how strong he is compared to his past. And I heard he's saying like he's 75%. In my other video, I said he probably close to 90%, which shows today. The problem is, I think he's 40 or 41 years old, and he's probably at his peak like at 30. So it's different now. I mean, if he compares his peak with the amount of weight that he used to lift, uh, it might be different now from now on. Now that he's over 40, it's different, but it doesn't mean like you're not that strong. You know what I mean? It's just mental thing. He probably wants to reach the same amount of weight that he was lifting. But what I see in Dennis, that's why in my other video I said he's probably around 90% of his peak, because he's a better arm wrestler today. In the past, he was more like a beast, like weightlifter, like used to lift a lot of freaking weights, and he didn't practice that much. Now all these years, after that, he's been practicing a lot, so his tendons are probably super strong. I mean, he came back to train like maybe he's been out for 4 years, and he's been back training for about 2 years now, I believe, and he's been progressing slowly. And I think right now he's really strong. He's just such a gentleman, such a nice guy, and but I'm sure he's like at least 90% of his peak, and he'll reach another, he'll reach 100% in another year, or less. So he's a beast. You guys saw it. I mean, John Brzezinski he looked good, but he's just not strong enough. The problem is the strength. I mean, he has the hand and the wrist, but it's just a bigger human being, than Dennis. And it's great to see him coming back, And his next opponent now, you guys probably know, it's going to be Devin Larratt. Probably like September, October this year. It's going to be fun. And then the main event, Levan Saakashvili, the king, #1 in the world, against the current #2, Hermes Gasparini from Italy. Hermes showed a lot of heart, Levan took those first 2 rounds, and then I think if you guys saw it, he tried to pin Hermes without going to the straps. He couldn't. I think he lost a little energy on that. And then Hermes surprisingly has such a strong elbow, because Levon, since third round, dropping, took his wrist and he just went with the shoulder with the dead wrist and started pushing Levon back. Levon, on a hit, got him like 1 inch, maybe 2 inches from the pin pad, and then he couldn't finish. And Aramis tried to start bringing him back, and that was so exciting. I mean, everybody went bananas there. Everybody went like, wow, like, and he was doing it for the rest of the rounds until Levon, finally got 4-0, and on the fifth round he was losing. Levon was losing. On the straps he was close to the pin pad, and Aramis started bringing him back, until he finally was, this is center. He was like over here, and his elbow went off and come back, and the referee stopped and gave him Levon a foul. But he was losing that match, and then he couldn't come back. He said he wasn't gonna come back, and then they brought him oxygen. If you watched the pay-per-view, you saw it. So Aramis brought Levon to his limits. Like, he couldn't come back. So they decided to give that round to Aramis. And overall, because they were supposed to pull 6 rounds according to their contract, so they decided to be 4-2 for Levon. He's still king, but he gave up the last round. I'd say 2 rounds, and it was amazing. Like, Aramis was there to prove a point. He said he was gonna be happy if he stopped Levon for a second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds. If he wins a round, he'll be super happy. If he wins the match, he'll be incredibly happy. So he got those 2 rounds because Levon gave up. But technically the 5th round I would give it to him because Levon was losing, and then elbow foul. So Aramis proved a point to all of us that he was right there. I mean, Levon is still too big for him. I think it was 55 kilos more. I think Aramis was 133 and Levon was 188 kilos. And that's 55 kilos of difference. It's a lot of difference. And Levon's hand, wrist was untouchable. But I think I was so surprised to see Aramis with a dead wrist. Aramis is so versatile. He's the real deal. But Levon, congratulations, you're still the king. And we'll see in the future, They might pull again, and then why that doesn't happen? Dennis Plinkov, is making his way back to the top of the mountain. Who knows? Next year we'll see Levon versus Dennis, or maybe Levon versus Hermes again. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you my points. After this King of the Table, amazing card, and see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think about the event and leave your comment below. I appreciate, guys. See you guys next video, like I said.